L torrent since the quarantine hit. DOC, I'm not reporting. I'm way too exclusive. Don't do department stores when your name is catching fire. What's the need to argue for? Scandalous, facts been ratchet. Baby mama mad cause I'm fucking on this bad bitch. $1,000 knots I've been stuffing in my mattress. Bags, bag, holes, paper or plastic. Yeah, I'm a savage. Nasty, toxic, ratchet.
I'm about to make up my own dance, damn it. Gotta make my own dance. I will have the Savage remix dance soon. It's like I'm lying. Today, hello. Okay, we are gonna jump into it. Hello. This is episode 46 of the Tonight Show. I'm your host, Koufax19. From a year ago till right now, y'all, my episodes have lessened, right? It's nothing like Mountain Bunker 19. I know we know about Mountain Bunker 19. Don't worry. We're going to have some new things in store. See, the thing about Koufax ENT, this is mobile entertainment. You know, at its finest. It doesn't just stop. It just doesn't, you just go on to the channel at 9 and it's on like this is old school Young and the Restless on channel 7. Nah. You have access to a couple different things. But either way, I'm happy you guys have tuned in, and I'm happy other people will tune in later on. Because YouTube is the one for me. So, for the Tonight Show, we're going late, right? You know, this is usually where Tonight Shows air around this time. So, hope everybody is cool. You wouldn't believe what I read into today. So, when I woke up, early in the morning before I was even really woke, whoever that is down there, something 206 sneeze. Sneeze, that's Sal for you. What's up, bro? Thank you for tuning in. So this morning, it was on the news like a bitch. I guess a lady didn't cut her dude's arm off, right? So if you're not dumb and you're not dumb, then you know where it was. It was in my slums. You go down to Genesee, I'm telling you, you're not gonna get shot, stabbed, or your fucking arm cut off. It aroused my anger, because I'm just sitting here like, well shit, there's 900 police cars that drive by daily. Man, I wish I had my fire right. I saved that dude. Didn't smoke none of that just for this time, but anyway, we'll have it tomorrow. So this lady in the you know, because the homeless people are rampant right now. And they ain't playing. So they got a homeless encampment or something. Shout out to the homeless. I'm homeless too, so I know how it is. I just don't live in a tent. You know what I'm saying? I just can't live in a tent. I just can't have a girlfriend in a tent that lives with me. So my episode tonight, we're going to think about relationship and sexual intelligence, okay? Now, to have relationship intelligence is to fucking understand right from wrong. Logic, people, not emotion. Logic. You got to think logically. If you start thinking emotionally, then you're going to cut a motherfucker's arm off when you get mad at him. If you really think about it, don't everybody here that either has a kid with a motherfucker or had a long-term relationship, you want to cut a body part off, respectfully speaking. You know what I'm saying? Without going to jail. So if you think about it, we all want to, man, listen, you know how many chicks, if certain people say my name to them, they'd be like, I'll cut his whatever off. She just went for the arm. She probably was like, that little thing you got down there, I can't even get. Just saying, she probably did say that. But that's another thing, man, with my my well-endowed men. Y'all better watch out. I'm telling you, these chicks is crazy, just like we crazy. We can't put all the blame on the women when the men are the ones influencing through all the sinning. You see what I'm saying? You can be a very good influence somewhere, especially to keep your arm. Now, my dude's in the hospital now. Without an arm. Have his arm cut off. He wasn't playing. He woke up this morning like, what? We ain't got no crack. We ain't even got no heroin. Nigga, we ain't even got no meth. I'm cutting something off. You ain't using both them arms right to go get it. That's what I can bet you they said in their own little drug world. So the drug world transpires into the real world. Believe me. The only thing different from the drug world is the drugs. So if you ain't as high as they is, shit, if you ask me, smokers let shit slide before a motherfucker that ain't on no drugs will. I done been to prison a couple different times, more than once and a lot more than two. So I'll just say that. 4 assaults, 4 domestic disputes. Damn, I didn't even want to admit that, but I had to because I'm honest. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when you be sitting in there, right, and once you caught and charges is in black and white, that's all that matter. I don't give a fuck what they looking for and what the bitch done said and what the dude done said and what the witnesses done said. If it ain't in black and white, you ain't officially charged. But once it's in black and white, you start sitting back like, I could have got out of it that way. I could have ran. Why didn't I? But I had to slap her. You be saying shit like that, and that's what got you deeper in that motherfucking jailhouse. So my advice, remember I had an episode on silence. It's the ultimate weapon of power. You gotta know when to just say, I'm cool. You're not worth all that. Going to jail, and you gotta think about what jail will endure on you. See, men out here, we think that the next man that's competing in the hustle game is gonna be the thing that you, oh man, he's driving that whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he's able to pick up my chick. Whatever. My car's in the shop. It really is too. So you losing right now, right? Typical average way of thinking type of man. But you got to think about this. What value do you hold within for this person to want to invest in their time with you? Because when I say investment, it's about the time, attendance. I don't care about money. I don't care about your car. I don't care about your house. I don't care about that. You remember, this day and age, when a person introduced themselves to a chick or somebody new, the first thing that the chick kind of wants to know is, what do you do? So, of course, a person that's an owner of something is going, I own a house up there on 148 and 29th. You know what I'm saying? And then the chick is going to, okay, she's going to be, so if she's right here where I'm at, this is what she does when you tell her your accomplishments. I got this and this. Oh, I own this and this. And then this and this. So if that's how you put your arm on your hook, do it. Do it with confidence. But some people think differently. And this is what I mean. Some people actually just want what they're telling the person in front of them. That's just really what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not a cut to it or something else. And it's all about the person you have in front of you, where they are in the situation that you're explaining to them. So if you guys are both working for IBM and you're talking computers and you're like, well, we got to get the database frame down to this many megabytes, but we don't seem to have any engineers here that can do it gratuitously. So that person may be the one. You see what I'm saying? And the whole time you don't know this, but if you speak to them, if you communicate these things clear, like what I just explained in that example, they're going to catch on. Like, hey, well, I know how to do, because that's what you initially do when you retain time of a young lady. You sit and say this and this and this. It should be sounding so platinum at the beginning. It sounds so platinum. But see, that's the problem with you having to explain yourself at the beginning. That's why you should meet on genuine circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Like, no expectations, no costly matters for this. No for this to this, then this. You have to up it. When you start off a relationship with someone and you feel it, and you guys are both one upping each other for stuff, it means you guys are both in it for kind of not the right reasons. It's just entertainment. So you guys should both entertain each other accordingly and say this is for entertainment purposes. It will be a lot better on your everything on the inside, because one thing people have a problem of is denying emotion but being able to let it show out their pores. You know what I'm saying? You be like, you all right? No, I'm cool, but you still acting not usual, and people can read that. So a lot of things that have left in this world is people being truthful because they don't want to get talked about. They don't want to get posted. They don't want to get Instagram. They don't want to get World Star. And to me, that's faking. You see what I'm saying? That's faking. You're willing to fake what your true emotion is for something, for a screen, for, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really look at all the movies, all the old school shows, or let's just do Wizard of Oz. Let's just do Wizard of Oz, right? Okay, Wizard of Oz, period. The guy, he you didn't know who the big dog was, right? The whole time he was a little ass shrimp behind a big ass curtain. You see what I'm saying? And he was faking. He was pretending he wasn't. But as soon as he came and put the curtain back, he was good. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he was. You could have did that from the beginning and built your clout based off who you are, genuinely. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't understand sometimes how shit pans out. But what I will say is that you can make a change for yourself. So with relationship intelligence, sexual intelligence. Now, if you have sex intelligence, you're always going to be able to lay something. You're always going to be able to have some female in your life, in your business. Women, you're always going to be able to have some man in. Now, especially women. Women, more than anything, are going to have more guys. This is a known fact. Women have more on their plate to slay than any man, any fly player, any quick talking swooner, any romance, any Romeo and Juliet, any Casanova type talking man. That's me. So you'll never have more. Now, me myself, I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to certain topics, I become egocentric, ego freak. So I feel like, what? You think you got more? You want to be with me? Bitch, you don't know who you talking to. I'm whoop whoop whoop. I'll go and build this motherfucker up. That motherfucker have. You know what I'm saying? And so I'll beat you out. That's why I look at females. I'm like, man, you don't want to play this back and forth game. Is it going to be 100 or is it going to be whoop de whoop? You see what I'm saying? But it can't be. Good job, man. Come on, man. Why am I here? All right? Yeah, I'm down. I get it. Right? I've had a run of bad days. Not my fault. So it can't be this and this, you know what I'm saying? So because if you just lay it down from the beginning all the way to the end, then at least the female will know what's going on with you, you know what I'm saying? Instead of, because I'm telling you, females will pay attention to exactly if you try to switch up. If you say one thing and then all of a sudden later you start acting this way, they know that, they record that, and they'll bring it up. So your best bet is to keep it real. Or from the beginning, you wonder why the female's doing what you're doing. You wonder why she's doing. She's looking in a mirror. She's looking in a mirror. You know what I'm saying? And then when you allow, and I'm not saying allow like a bully, but period. When you allow, you can humbly allow stuff. When you allow this person to run the same exact pattern of game that you have formatted for yourself, but she's picked up on, you're doing too much. And you're doing too much in front of her, and she's doing too much. You see what I'm saying? Like your partner is always supposed to maintain status of what they do with their business in their lane and their whoop. That's what makes the whole situation more attractive, especially to a man and especially to a woman. Matter of fact, women jump on it more harder than we do because they replenish themselves off of that blessing. Oh, well, baby, since it's like that, and men being men will subside to that. And that's cool. I'm totally with that too. But you got to understand, people that say they're totally with someone, or when they are, you got to understand the situation, the mood, and the timing of everything for that situation to erupt. Because I don't want anything else to just start. I'd rather it just erupt. All of it just burst. You know what I'm saying? I got a party. You guys got all the gifts. Give them all to me now. I don't want to go one by one by one by one. Nah, give it all now. All now. You know what I'm saying? And that's sort of what people want in relationships right now. They want everything that they've had when they were growing up in those little puppy love relationships, all now because we're adults and we know what that is because we were younger. So just and sometimes that's rushing. Matter of fact, a lot of times that's rushing. And last time I checked, Russia is beefing with UK. They got a war going on, so we ain't Russian. We don't mess with Putin. You know what I'm talking about? So you got to kind of slow down, but nobody wants to slow down. Why? Because we're living in the pandemic, and you feel like things are overdone, dark. You know what I'm saying? Covered up. Nah, you just got to adjust and trust, and then you can bring something. Something will become. But if you don't, you won't. Why do you think? So certain people, I'll use rappers for example. Don't you notice these artists, man, they make songs about stuff and you be like, that's how he got killed. Like, you always hear that because you're prophesizing things. You're not taking advantage of what you are here for and what birthed you. You were birthed by a God. So that means you have God-like abilities. You know what I'm saying? How could you expect LeBron James Jr., his son, to not be Bronny? How? You know what I'm saying? Like, he came from his dad, a god, a hoop god, and look at Bronny. So that's why I be trying to tell motherfuckers to put that God stuff. Like, I'm a god. May not know everything about it. I don't mean I'm gonna go. Ain't no book for me to tell me about my personal gift. Because if that was the case, everybody would take over the world. What do you think the person does on the Marvel movie? What's the main thing one of them guys want? Access to everything, like a fucking glutton. You see what I'm saying? It makes no sense, but it does if you really pull it back and start from back here and then go up front. See, a lot of people don't do that. They start front and then they end up all the way to the back. But if you look at it, I see why that person. They feel like now I'm not justifying for no evil Marvel character. I'm speaking on the small point of what I took out of it. I left all the rest of that bullshit with him. With whatever was over there. That's what a lot of these youngsters need to be doing. You need to start soaking game from these OGs, these real ones, whatever. Politicians. You can learn something from a baby. As soon as they born, you can pick up on stuff. You learn. You never stop learning. When you stop learning, that's when you stop earning. You know what I'm saying? And only people that stop earning, ain't nobody that's gonna stop earning, especially a person that's already making money while they sleep. So you gotta be self-cautious and aware of your surroundings in your relationship. And as far as the sex intelligence, like I seen this thing on Vlad, right? His wife's like, man, he's not even smacking right. He's a little itty bitty committee. Now my thing to this is, nigga, why you have a job where you talk about everybody else and you got little wee wee? I just don't get it. Hey, listen, I know one thing, man. If I wasn't confident in whatever I'm talking about, I sure wouldn't be online so much. Why? So one of these young hookers get on here and be like, nah, you ain't even swinging right. What you talking about? I'm done for, right? Yeah, that's so I don't get blind. What was you thinking, nigga? You done? What? Huh? So I don't know. But what I do know is you are here for the 46th episode of The Tonight Show. And I appreciate your time. I felt like I talked to you good. I felt like I give you what I can give you. But you have to take it. Keep it with yourself. If you don't, you won't. If you can't, you ain't. That's not my fault. It'll be yours more than anything. So for the next couple minutes, I want a lot of you guys to understand it's the ending of April. Then May and June. Summer. Hey, a lot of people are going to be out of pocket on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Out of pocket on purpose. Like, and I spoke about this an episode or two ago, but a lot of women, their loyalties are not there no more. Like, I remember when I was young growing up, I had multiple girlfriends. They rode. If they didn't ride, their mamas would ride for me. About Koufax? Please, nigga. I attract girls and mamas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying nothing disrespectful about the mamas like that. I'm not saying nothing. I'm saying, nigga, you attract moms and you attract everything, man. You can't have no bitch, man. And that mama don't like you. What's wrong with you, fool? See, that's what happened. A lot of y'all don't know what you're doing. See, I just look like this and play like this. But you've got to remember, like I was saying, loyalties have. Like I said, when I was younger, please, I go to juvenile. I'm calling boop 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 boop. Your phone's been accepted. I was 14, 15, 16 with a fleet, and even unfortunately, I was going to jail a lot. As I got older, I still had megas. I had megas. So I was blessed. You see what I'm saying? And they was I don't give a fuck who they was sleeping with or whatever who they was at South Center with summers ago and all that. They was rocking for the Gerchinator. So it don't be. I don't think it's like that right now. Nigga, I go to jail right now. Please, anybody do. Unless you married or something, please, you might get torched the most from your wife. I know about that too. So you get somebody that's loyal, you get someone that's, because I'm gonna tell you, man. And tomorrow's episode is gonna be on this. It's on one and dones. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to bring this shit back. Yeah, y'all niggas been through college and all that, and you know about the one and dones. They go to Kentucky for 1 year and they go straight to the pros. That's what I'm gonna do with it, man. That's what. Listen, this is what I'm gonna promote, because people are making it seem like they're not making everybody's not making it seem like that. But I'm not trying to break people up. So here I'm gonna try to bring people back. Let's just start pushing this narrative. It's one and done. What real hustlers only going, and this I talk about this all the time. Real bosses and real niggas, when you want one bitch, it's a one and done. You want one that's the one. She's already ready to go straight to the draft, one pick. One and done. You don't need all the other bitches. You don't need that. So if that's what you niggas is pushing, then let's push that. One and done. You need a one and done, and say you want a one and done. Let that bitch know at the beginning. Hey man, what's up, man? What's happening? I just might sound like some fast talk or whatever, but I may be potentially looking at you, so you could be my one and done. Bing, end of the discussion. End of the story. You gotta let that young lady know what a one and done is. You know what I'm talking about? She might think you're trying to yam once and cut out. You know what I'm talking about? She might think you're trying to hit and go, because that's the type of shit that she been used to hearing from these lame-os. You gotta remember that. Lame ducks, man, ride the same trucks. You know what I'm talking about? Period, man. Like rental cars, man. It's all the same story. That's why I don't dare pull out my G4. I wouldn't dare pull out my Gucci bag with my real missile launcher game. On what? What is the expectations? What's the limits? There ain't none. You gotta know. You gotta understand and know. There can't be no limits when in the world now you're a man. You can try to be a woman. Please. See, that's where a lot of us want to pack up and go back east with all that, because it started getting too much. Now I'm on here talking about too much. Then it seems like I don't like this, or I'm saying fuck that. But you got your opinion, and you got your right to speak about what you want to. So I don't want to get too deep in that. But one and dones is what it's about. If you really want to have you one little hoe, man, when you know what I'm talking about, in the summertime or whatever, I don't know, man. If you seasonal, I don't know. Let her know that too. But you got to be open, like a manila envelope. You know, manila envelopes get opened the most. Nigga knows either some charges or a check in there. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? So you got to open that bitch's mind like opening a bank account too. You keep these certain things in your head, man. Your sexual and your relationship intelligence will be very high for the summer. And you can say that you tuned in to the 1-9. Got a little bit of this game. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. I will be hopping on my private jet into somewhere else land. Thank you for tuning in. This is the 46th episode of The Tonight Show. Choice not force. Thank you for tuning in. Until tomorrow morning or afternoon, I'll see you then for the 47th episode. Like I said, we're going to talk about one and dones. All right?